So the thing is, what we'll be doing is the rules of engagement. Each one of us, at least let me see the hands of those who are going to, practically speak, not just the fun people who are going to be fun, be part of the, can I see the, at least shows by hand. You can use your thumb. I just see the number. So you help me like time, kind of time. So 2 people, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. So all of us are going to be speaking for 4 minutes. Oh, you're not able to speak. No, you can just chill around and see speeches are made if you didn't prepare for the speaking. I'm sure you can learn from the speeches too. So don't worry. Yeah, no problem. Wherever you're gonna read the poem, everything. So a poem, public speaking, it's all counted as public speaking. So don't worry about that. If you put a poem together, that's incredibly good. So these are the rules of engagement. 1, each speaker will be having 4 minutes. So 4 minutes. Let me see. Where are the judges? I'm wondering where the judges are. They are not joined. Who's willing to volunteer on time? Amani, are you willing to volunteer? Amani? Oh, Yasmin, you're here. Good.
I'm here. I'm back.
You're back. Good. So Yasmin will be our timekeeper. Each person will be 4 minutes.
Okay.
So 4 minutes speaking time, and then you stop. You just do something to make sure that people are, you make sure that people are following anyway, and just like someone should be known, at least notify like where you're going. So 4 minutes speaking time. You can deliver your speech, either you can read it, but it should not be like you're reading the Bible or Quran. It should have some life in it, even if you are reading it. You can deliver your speech, just if you crammed it, if it flows in your blood, you don't need to read it. So there is that. Second, the rules, the criteria for judging. 1, the power of a speech, the originality of a story, the passion you're putting in, presenting. So we're going to be judging the introduction part, the body, and the conclusion. So what is a very attractive speech? You're going to have a fascinating or a moving introduction. You're going to have body. Body is content, relevance to the topic, and also how you can how you compel the message. Do you move the audience? Do you move the audience? Is your speech original, or you just copied it from internet? So we're going to be also looking into that. And of course, there is nothing like a powerful speech if it is a passion speech. You feel the speech. If you're speaking about Africa, move why Africa is a sleeping giant. Can you move our emotions to greater heights and really demonstrate that Africa is really a sleeping giant? And this is a way forward. So those are the judging criteria: the power of a story, the passion, the delivery message, the originality of story, and of course, preparation. So if you're delivering a speech, if you're having a phone and you're like, this shows that you didn't prepare, So the preparation, the coherence of the story of your speech, the coherence of the stamina to deliver speech. So that would be the judging criteria. And each one of you given equal time. And I want you, like, if you're speaking, please put your camera on. There's nothing that you're doing a speech and your camera is off. Yeah? Okay, good. So we start now. Yasmin, are you ready?
Yes, I am. So I just want to add a few more things.
Sure.
We want to see their artistic sides. We want to be able to learn and also love. So yeah, I want to say good luck to everyone. And I'm ready. I have my timer on. So whenever you're ready, Enoch.
And so we start now. Who want to take the stage first? You know, the people who first come for this, open the dancing floor. Yes, who wants to open the speaking floor now? If not, I will choose random.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can
go first.
I can go first. I can go first.
Always go first. Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
So mine will be a composition that will be a combination of music, poetry, and stating facts.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on. Let me grab my pen. Hold on.
So I've paused the timer as well.
Yeah, she just paused it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know where I put my notebook. I just want them to catch. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, and our time starts now.
Yes.
Africa, a sleeping giant. Only a blind person would ask such a question or instigate such an idea. True, yes. Africa is a giant. 31% of the world's gold, manganese, and uranium. 57% of the world's diamonds and 13% of the world's oil. Stolen and exported. Laura Michelle, Laurent Kapala, Muammar Gaddafi, murdered, shot, killed. Africa is a giant, yes. A giant in the handcuffs fastened by Western imperialism and greed. But nevertheless. DJ Khaled! Africa's youth have the keys. Thank you.
That was really awesome.
That's really amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And
we're allowed to clap, right?
Show some love, right? Show some love.
Yeah, I mean, I want to like.
Fantastic. Yeah, so.
That was really awesome.
That's awesome. Okay. All right. So that's really credible. So the next speaker then, Hassan. Hassan, where are you? Okay, we want to. Me? Yeah, you said you want to go first. Please go.
Okay, mine is more of a public speaking and concerns. So, okay, first of all, why is Africa? I believe that Africa is a giant or a great continent. Seeing the resources that Africa have, 31% of world gold, magnesium, and 57% of world diamond, and 30% of the world's oil. We get on aid, borrowing money from other continents or other organizations. But lack of good leaders. We are like Godzillas that don't really know, or we have no idea of in fire or they can swim. So basically what I'm saying is Africa is like the second largest continent with 54 countries. I mean, 54 countries of the continent. It's like a huge population, and it's also the second largest populated country with 20.4% total. And then it's covered 20.4% of the world's total land area, and accounts for 14.72% of the world's populated, and surrounded by 4 seas, seas that are great and massive with resources that international and organizations basically come to loot without our consent. Now, this will be funny, but it is known that Africa, it is where humans are originated from. Like the first humans are originated from Africa. So if that's possible, I mean, literally, I can also say that Africa was the first land area discovered in the world. Now, so with all the God-gifted resources and then nature and opportunities, is why aren't we the giant that we're supposed to be? Now, looking at this point, that we need to wake up. We get up independent, just like just to be a volunteer, slave. We live in a mansion, yet too small to sleep. A mansion that we live in, but yet too small to sleep. We fight for just a coin, that is a single coin, while we know that the whole bunch of it is on the table. We will fight for a single coin under the table, while we know that the whole bunch of it is up the table. So, despite knowing all on how to reach out to that box, we still ignore it. You neglect knowledge, which is our, and yet accept conflict. We neglected knowledge, which we know we have it. Like basically, we're full of intellectuals. We are full of know-how. We Africans discover things in the Europeans. Why can't we do it here? So if we are ignoring knowledge and accepting conflict, who is to blame? Most of us will say the politicians and the politicians and the intellectuals, those that don't really say that Africa has been paying them well. So they go out to other continent and then develop them. But how can we settle for good? How can we settle for good enough? It's worse than be bad. You blow your trumpet when you make a step. One step, you blow a trumpet. Out of 1,000 more. You show unbelievable contentment to mediocrity and underachieve, but remind this. Let's all remember that half a giant is no giant at all. Exactly what will happen to the ants if their queen leave the fate to them. I mean, we all will befall to doom. Until we wake up, Africa is still not a giant. I close my case.
Awesome. That was really good.
Thank you so much.
I love the energy.
All right. The energy, the passion.
Yes,
wonderful.
it was really awesome. So
cool,
for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I told you I was
okay. Oh yes. Okay. Next person is Joseph. Joseph is a poet. Let's listen to Joseph. Joseph, your time.
So your time starts now, Joseph.
Sleeping giant. A giant slept for so long. A giant slept with no sleep. A giant slept for centuries. Just a sleeping giant. Sleeping for centuries, no social amenities, suffering communities with no facilities, still sleeping giant. Sleeping, snoring, resources scaring, leadings clambering, and being slavery, seizing severely. Sleeping giant, seeing sovereignty, seeding enmity, serving insanity, selling eternity. Leaping giant, seek itself again, seek for security, seize all enmity, sing prosperity. By Ambassador Joseph from Rwanda. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you.
That was awesome. What a message. Okay.
Thank you, Joseph. you, Joseph. Very short, but I take it.
Good message. Right?
Next person. Anyone? Okay, me, I'm going to start to save time. Abel, you're the next. So I'll just make the name, so be prepared.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to present you a poem. So
your time starts now.
Okay, thank you. It's called The Sleeping Giant. The Sleeping Giant. Mama Africa, dear mother continent, the giant, the sleeping giant. Why are you asleep? What has happened to you? The bearer of the first knowledge, the fertile place who held Egypt and Carthage. You, a place so ancient, a place full of might and light. What has gotten into you? A place with cities so magnificent, a place with scholars and scribes so eloquent. What has happened to you? Why are you asleep when everybody is still awake and when everyone is chasing what they seek? Is it because your children chose to kill each other for race, religion, and power, rather than working together for a better future? Is it because your plains are so dry due to lack of water and your people cannot produce food that sustains them forever? Is it because your people are living in a aid-dependent mindset, living with a generational debt, rather than building economies that are great and independent? With all that is said and done, even though it seems dark and despondent, I still hope that the day will come, that the bright day of your rebirth, the African rebirth, on that day, I believe that you will emerge out of the earth so strong, and your daughters and sons will sing the prosperity and freedom song. Thank you very much. That's Abel from Ethiopia.
That was really awesome.
That's morning. Yeah, thanks.
Yes.
Abel. That's very
okay. That was right on point.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see, Abel. Who's the next face available for me? Oh, Safar. You're there. Yeah. Safar. Yeah.
So Rafael?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Oh, so, I pronounce your name bad. So my
it's all right.
Bad.
It's all right. Shall I start?
Yeah.
Yes, so Rafael, your time starts now.
Great. All right. Why is Africa a sleeping giant? What a great topic it is. Being a giant comes with its pros and cons, as you all know. This also works for Africa. There is no doubt that Africa is a sleeping giant. When we compare Africa to its or other continents, it's bigger than almost in every aspect, whether it's by size, by natural resource, or the number of users that are living in it or abroad. All right. With all the power to rule the world and give to the rest of the communities or the people around the world itself. In the beginning, being a giant, as I said, being a giant has its own advantages and disadvantages. We all have some hypothetical reasons why and how Africans have a disadvantage of being a giant. Mobilizing a giant to make a difference might be very hard, but the rewards are very outstanding. Imagine the whole Africa nations working towards a common goal as one united. For example, having the same currency by strengthening and taking advantage of the African free trade area. Using the same currency, the same trade area towards Africa for Africa. Most African countries have similar problems to their poverties and other problems, which led Mama Africa to be the sleeping giant we all know. I, as an individual, can contribute to shaken and awaken Africa by doing my part and fulfilling my responsibilities. This includes educating myself and my people around me, which will lead to the enlightenment of myself, my neighborhood, my city, my country, my neighboring countries, and at the end, the whole Africa, our mama continent. I could set an example of me trying to by stating that I am participating in this program, the African Rebirth program. I'm moving one step ahead to awakening Mama Africa. So I ask every one of you to keep what you are doing and keep on doing for what you can do for Africa. I was amazed by a post that I've seen on LinkedIn a few days ago. It states like this: Europeans did not take slaves from Africa. Rather, they took our doctors, scientists, engineers, architects, politicians, and made them as slaves. But in the modern days, it's still going on. We think that slavery has kept or is dead, but it's going on in a modern way. Our users, African users, are going abroad to Europe, Asia, America to learn. Then what happens? In Asian or European countries, they give them jobs after finishing their educations. They will give them what? A home with a mortgage that they will not be able to pay in few years. It takes them many. All right. So my last question, my last will be with a speech of Haile Selassie. We must become bigger than we have been, more courageous, greater than the spirit of larger in outlook. We must become members of a new race, overcoming petty prejudice, owing our ultimate alliance, not to the nations, but to our fellow men within the human community. Let's awaken Mama Africa. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, man.
That was awesome. Thank you
Speech.
for the message and as well as the promise. What a promise. That was
You
awesome.
are going, you guys are giving us hard time.
I know.
Very hard time.
I'm having trouble taking notes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, brother. A lot. That's incredible. William Imvura. The guy with the tie, the only guy with the tie on Zoom right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I hope we can all. Yeah. Why Africa is a sleeping giant? Okay. Africa is the second largest population, following Asia, but yet we wonder why Africa has high unemployment rate. With all its natural resources, just to state out a few, we have South Africa, which is rich in gold, and which produces about 142 metric tons. We have Botswana, which is rich in diamond, which produces around about 20.9 million century, and in Nigeria, which is rich in land and water resources. Why is Africa a sleeping giant? Africa is a sleeping giant because people do not take us strong anymore. We are weak. One of the reasons why Africa is a sleeping giant is because we are not strong politically. Just to give a few examples, is the intra-African trade compared to other continents such as Europe, which is 60% trade, North America, which is around about 40%, Africa has only 13% intra-African trade, meaning our African countries can't even trade with one another. So that is why we are sleeping giants. And just to add more, with the technology that we have only one country that's able to a smart, which is receive a RA, which produces the X or Mara Z. Even our African continent, just like we are sleeping giant, we have no pharmaceutical products. If really had the COVID, would have exposed it, because all 54 countries, we are all waiting for Asia, for Europe, to donate for us COVID-19 vaccine. And the bad part of it, our leaders, we believe that it's a vaccine. We don't have enough health to testify as long as we believe that it's a vaccine and we need to get injected in order to get COVID-19. So we have beautiful buildings in Africa, but when one sees them, our mindset goes like, these are Chinese that have built this building. That's why we are sleeping giants. But if I go to China, I myself will be, I would not even think that it's an African that has built this beautiful building. I would suspect that it's a Chinese company or it's a Chinese organization that has built this building. But in Africa, we are suspecting China that has built beautiful countries in Africa. One of the things that is killing Africa is nepotism, because our best men and women employed at their critical position, yet we employ the people that we know. At the end of the day, those that are in power have no ideas, and those with ideas are not in power. So with the lack of our education, we don't learn to become employers. We only learn to become employees. That's why we have high unemployment. The education that we get, we do not get to build, to be innovative, but we get to repair. So for Africa as a sleeping giant, we need to raise the Pan-Africanism. Let's have one currency, at least one passport, or maybe one telephone code, and also improve the intra-African trade.
10 seconds.
Thank you.
Very well.
Bravo, merci.
Thank you. That was really great.
That's very good. Hey, you guys, you should give rounds of applause. You know,
I mean, yeah, I am.
Help the brother. It's not easy to deliver speech. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, William again. Second William.
Yes.
Yeah.
Firstly, let me greet Mr. Enoch and the co-host, Ms. Yasmin, and everyone present here. Why is Africa a sleeping giant? When we speak of this topic, okay, when we speak of this topic, it is very disappointing when you are a part of an African continent, yet it is not valued, yet it is not respected. The question that I asked today is, why is Europe or Asian continent interested in African continent? Africa is because Africa has all the resources. We have the diamonds, we have the gold, we are surrounded by the ocean and the sea. We have, when we speak of fishing sectors, we have the fish to import. When we speak of meat, we have it. That's why European countries are interested in the African continent. But the problem is, why are our minds captured that we are embracing things from European countries? For instance, we want to work for a company in a European country that is working with diamonds, yet we are the one who are making diamonds, we are the one importing diamonds from African continent to the European continent, or for European American country. So I think our minds are captured and we need to liberate our minds from this, and we must embrace made in Africa, produced and manufactured in Africa. So that is what you have to take. Secondly, our African continent, our African leaders, they are so corrupt that they are bought by other power countries or power forces, and they do what is offered by the power countries. But if we unite as an African continent, we are stronger together. We have a lot of young people in Africa, a major percentage of young people in Africa, yet we are not investing in the youth. We are not investing in the young people to empower them, to train them, to give them innovation, to be able to produce our own materials for trade, for us to be able to compete with the market, European market with the Chinese market. We need this training, we need this innovation within the youth sector so that we can be a competition to other continents. So, thirdly, Africa, it is so rich in resources. It is rich in minds. We have the human capital. We have the economy, but we are still struggling because of colonialism. We are still stuck on the point of colonialism when we were colonized by an Asian, or we are colonized by a French or a France person, or we are colonized by a German, and we are now adapting to the things of the German, we are adapting to the things of France, we are adapting to the things that people have colonized us with, but we are not owning our own Africa. We are not creating our own African things. So we need to move from this colonialism mindset, and we must free ourselves. All right. And second, and lastly, just to conclude, is that we need to work on our policies, not only policy formulation, but for policy implementation. That is the key point that we must work. You formulate a policy, you implement it. That is what we must focus on. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That was really beautiful.
Good. And now who comes next? Let's see. Okay, good. I like people are giving hand, appreciating. Okay, Muhammad. Wassalamu alaikum. So you're gonna present now. Muhammad. I can't hear you, so we can't really hear you. So we'll go to, we can't hear you well.
Hello.
So let's go to another person as you put your, self together. Kajelu, Mukombeni.
Oh, it's Jaurelo.
Jaurelo, yes. Yeah, sure. Very hard to pronounce, but yeah. You're the one, you have the floor.
Okay. Okay. Africa, a continent of contrast. While other nations are thriving, some are sinking into poverty. Despite its challenges, Africa holds immense potential, with 54 countries with over 1.3 billion inhabitants and rich raw materials. Experts actually argue that Africa will be the world's fastest developing market in the next few years. Projects such as the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement present a sustainable framework that create favorable conditions to foster development, to awaken the giant that Africa is. Many argue that Africa is a sleeping giant. Is Africa really a sleeping giant? We cannot simply affirm that notion. It's very complex, and however, we have to look at how Africa is itself, how it manifests itself, its agency. Africa manifests itself as a giant that faces challenges. However, it rises above those challenges. It is not sleeping, it is not passive. Africa is a growing continent where market opportunities are plenty. At the same time, there are challenges. To provide perspective as to why I think it's irresponsible to simply coin Africa as a sleeping giant, we can look at how the AFCFTA is a great manifestation of Africa being active and not passive in ensuring that it addresses the challenges it faces. Every single continent has challenges. However, we have to look at how there are measures and frameworks such as the AFCFTA that show development and that actually have great potential. The AFCFTA arrives at a crucial time where it's marked by increased poverty levels and socioeconomic setbacks for African states due to the coronavirus pandemic. And in arguing why Africa still has a long way to go in terms of development, we can say that it is lagging behind, but it has never been asleep. We have endured colonialism, and nowadays we endure neocolonialism. The most dangerous form of colonialism. We can refer to the notion that African states, such as other continents, really battle the legacy of colonialism. And Africa is cognizant of the legacies of these forms of control, and is looking to actively revive its economies inwardly through promoting intra-African trade through the AFCFTA and promoting entrepreneurship to resolve its challenges. Africa, like its youth, is active. We are not passive. Our only issue is that we endure more structural problems that slow our progress. It doesn't mean we're passive. And dwelling on the argument that African leaders are mismanaging isn't enough to fulfill the notion that Africa is sleeping. The young people represented today in this setting are a representation of the active persona that Africa embodies. We are active, and we are continually in our own contexts fighting for the development of our progress. And just because those who are in power are misleading us doesn't mean that our Africa lacks agency. Africa is alive and awake and has never been asleep. I thank you.
Perfect. Moving.
That was really beautiful.
Yeah, Africa is moving, not sleeping. It's awake. Thank you so much. Brilliant. Okay, Elizabeth.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. First and foremost, there's one thing that I'm very confident about. All of you present here today, and I'm confident that you all have recognized Africa's potential and strength, because you could have been somewhere else having fun, sleeping, or clubbing with your friends, but you decided to be part of the Africa Rebirth program to gain knowledge and become part of the movement that is contributing to the development of Africa. You are well aware that you're an African in Africa, and that Africa will always be your home, no matter where you go in the world. Africa is considered to be the poorest continent on earth, yet at the same time is regarded as one of the wealthiest in terms of natural resources, diversified cultural heritage, and outstanding tourism destinations. The world's tallest and largest animals in Africa. Africa is the home to the Nile, the world's longest river, the Sahara, the world's biggest desert. Africa possesses the majority of the resources that other continents don't have, including diamonds, sugar, cobalt, uranium, you can name it all. And I believe that Africa was supposed to be the first, if not the last continent to seek humanitarian and financial support. But when will African countries recognize that we have already all the requires and stop behaving, and we stop behaving like beggars, taking on additional debts and relying on the Chinese aid? These foreign aids, they are actually causing problems for the future generational leaders, because they will be the one to pay for the problems that they did not create. You will therefore agree with me that Africa is a sleeping giant that requires activation and provocation to act accordingly. I hate to say it, but I believe that we are being led by backsliders, because we have everything we need to sustain our economy, but our African leaders don't appreciate it and continue to act as if they have nothing to offer African people other than themselves. There's a common saying that if you don't use your abilities, then someone else will. Then the question comes, why don't we have the best football teams in Africa, despite the fact that the best football players in the European teams are Africans? So why don't we have the best medical facilities in Africa if the most notable doctors in the European countries are Africans? And why do we still have Africans without identities, Africans without citizenships, because they fail to verify their Africanism with documents that they fail to present to the Ministry of Home Affairs, while having the foreigners with African nationalities? Usually the answer to those questions depend on who is answering them and where that person comes from. We all know that the youth are the future generations of leaders, and this is an obvious fact because this is a natural political process. Those who are leading today were once the young people in the past. However, having a bright and patriotic leaders is a crucial condition for a country to thrive in every aspect, especially for our African continent. We have a role to take ownership of our societies, including leadership, innovation skills, culture, and our responsibilities, young people, to renew, refresh, and maintain our African continent. Furthermore, the nation requires the cooperation of every leader in order to fulfill the nation's objective and aid in the country's advancement. And this is therefore up to our leaders to sustain the youth in properly performing this role. 5 of the
30 seconds left.
So our own feet, develop our own economy, engage in the international trade, and come up with an African-based model of development. So to allow the young generation to develop and contribute to their ideas, we need more inclusive, responsible leaders that displayed high degrees of cultural competence, open mindset, and innovative attitude. In conclusion, Africa requires the leaders that are capable of and protecting African interests before foreign partners, as well as uniting Africans, regardless of who they are and where they are from and their economical level. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. Fantastic.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. That was pretty awesome.
Wonderful. Okay.
Yes.
People who are being admitted, I guess I've admitted all the people. So
yeah, they're having trouble with the network.
I had co-hosted you, Yasmin. You went out.
Okay. I don't see it, but we have
okay.
People on the main room wanting to join.
Okay, but I would see notification. Yeah, we would see notification. No one is there. We would see notification.
Yeah, so one candidate said he only see breakout from 2.
On the group?
Yeah, on the main group. He's one of the
I admitted the guy. We would see notification if someone is on the main group hanging here.
Okay, very well.
Okay, nice. Very good insight. Samuel, Teta, your turn.
Wait, hello. Am I clear enough?
Yes,
yes,
we can hear you.
Okay, let's roll.
Your time starts now.
So ladies and gentlemen, imagine for a second you are parched to the degree to which a deer pants for water. In your quest to remedy your thirst, you find a glass full of cold water. And yes, you gulp in half of the water. The glass to the pessimist is half empty. To the optimist, to people such as Simon Sinek, it is half full. Africa's situation is a tale of facts and realities, told as stories depending on one's viewpoint. We could all articulate Africa's status quo, therefore making it a privilege for me to tell Africa's story. It is instructed to indicate that contrary to widely held beliefs, I am convinced that the problems of Africa primarily lie not only in our leaders. For a continent that heavily thrives on democracy, the people are as powerful as the leaders, if not more. In democracy, the values of the people become the norm of society and only propagated by the leaders, because the power of democracy lies not in the leaders, but the people. If there is a challenge in Africa, then your guess is as good as mine, what or whom the root cause is. But granted that leaders are responsible for Africa not utilizing its potential effectively, as many say, it certainly has merited grounds. Character is the compass of true leadership. By character, I mean integrity. Let's take a second to think of the last leader in Africa we know, whose words or deeds reflected both actions. Character preserves leadership. Africa's wealth of potential is incontestable. The challenge for many, though, is our inability to translate this potential into transformed action. Africa is flooded with potential, and a journey into history tells this story best. Upon gaining independence from Great Britain in 1966, Botswana was the second poorest country in the entire world. There were no hospitals, no universities, and the vast majority of the people were illiterate. Only 22 people had university degrees, with only 100 high school graduates. Most of the citizens depended on cattle herding and subsistence farming as their only source of income. Botswana now stands apart as one of the most remarkable economic stories. As of 2021, its GDP per capita was at par with countries such as Mexico and Turkey. In one of the most recent Transparency International Corruption Perception Index, Botswana was ranked as the least corrupt country in Africa, posting a better score than countries such as Italy. One of the most influential factors for Botswana's success story is the visionary leadership of its first president, Sir Seretse Khama. With his freshly minted independent nation desperately poor and lacking basic amenities, Khama got to work to transform Botswana based on an economy powered by the country's 3 main resources: cattle, copper, and diamonds. While many African countries would see their resources go on to become a curse rather than a blessing due to greed, corruption, and tribal infighting, Khama's government became an exception to the general rule. in addition to implementing a very strong judicial and legislative system with effective check and balances, Seretse Khama's economic policy would run contrary to Marxist consensus amongst most of Africa's newly independent states, such as Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana. His administration put pragmatism over ideology, adopting business-friendly policies such as low corporate and income taxes. Khama was prepared to build a nation where merit and content and character, as opposed to skin color, would be the primary determining factor for achievement and opportunity. His government resisted political pressure to replace all members of the civil service with native-born citizens, regardless of skill levels, and stated numerous times that it would continue to employ foreign workers until the local population was sufficiently well-educated and skilled to compete for the same job. By the mid-1970s, Botswana was making so much money from its mining industry that the government was running a budget surplus. Between the years of 1960 and 1980, Botswana was regarded as the fastest growing economy in the entire world due to its heavy efficiency and leadership. Thankfully, the story of Seretse Khama gives an answer to Africa's question of when the sleeping giant will be awake. History has its role to play. What remains are agents of change, such as you and I, who would study, understand, and apply history to rewrite the good history and a good story of Africa in the annals of history. I leave with the words of Dr. Miles Monroe. The graveyard of leadership is toleration. Things will only change when change agents arise from these sleeping agents. Thank you.
That was really
Appreciate
beautiful.
the brother, man. He's killing it.
That was really
You're
awesome.
making Zoom go stand still.
Good energy.
The passion,
Yes.
the passion, the charisma. That's really good. That's really moving. I'm really enjoying this speech for sure. Wonderful. Thank you, Samuel. I don't know how. Are you Asante? I don't know how they say thank you in Ashanti. Yeah. Okay. Let me see then.
Yes, please. Yes, please. I am.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Who's next? Next. Mohammed, are you ready now? Mohammed? Okay, Mariam.
Hello.
Yes, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you so much. Good evening.
Hello. You can't put your video on?
Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Our topic of discussion today is, why is Africa a sleeping giant?
So you can start now?
Yeah, okay. Africa, our motherland and our blessed continent, the wealth that it accommodates, I believe we are to lead the whole world with our riches if it could be properly utilized. We are the giant of the world with the natural resources that we are blessed with and different vegetation experience in different parts of African countries. The change that we want has to come from us. We are capable to make change and perform to make sure that Africa rises to the standards that we want. Why do we have to wait for others to do it for us? We have adequate manpower and enough resources. When we properly manage this, the great African continent will be among the developed countries. Why do we elect non-performing leaders that we end up regretting till when their term is up? Poor leadership and representation is a great pandemic in the African continent. Most of the common mwananchi, this is the common citizen of the country, who entrusted him with the office. Africa is bigger than us, and we're the only people that can make Africa be different. Most of our cultural activities that we practice, I believe those which bring harm to us, when we do away with them, we will have a difference. Female genital mutilation, girl child denied access to education, and early child marriages, I believe this lowers a girl's self-esteem and she feels less empowered in the community. When you educate a woman, you've educated the society. We want more of Kamala Harris and Samia Suluhu Hassan in Africa. I believe women leadership will also bring a very big impact to the African continent. We need an awake continent. And we as Africans, we need to wake up from the deep slumber that is making us deteriorate from one generation to the next. We can make a difference and Africa will be mighty than ever. We have to reimagine a better Africa, free from diseases, good health, quality education, proper infrastructure, and an industrialization continent. Africa is not a sleeping giant, but Africans, we are the ones sleeping. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Miriam. That was really
Mariam.
good. Thank you so much for that.
Okay, thank you, Mariam. Who else was it? Helen, you have a speech. Do you have a speech, Helen? No?
No, I am not participating. I just want to hear from the people participating.
Okay, Tabelo. I think he was on the list. Tabelo, you have a speech, please. Speak up. No speech, okay. Abebi, do you have a speech or you're enjoying? Okay, I guess no one here has a speech. Emmanuel, you have a speech? Emma Lumpo, do you have a speech or no?
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't prepare for this.
Okay, good. I think we've exhausted. Oh, Tabella, you're here. Please present your speech. You have the floor.
No, I'm to recite a poem.
Sure, that's also a speech. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. I'm Tabella Shabedi from Lesotho. I'm here to recite a poem entitled Africa, a Sleeping Giant. African countries struggle to gain freedom and independence. Hello?
You can go ahead.
I'm sorry. Hello?
We can hear you. You can go on.
Okay. My poem is entitled Africa, a Sleeping Giant. African countries struggle to gain freedom and independence. The people belong likely in varying nationalities and tribes. The indifference in group leads to fight than unity, thereby economically undeveloped countries that are consequent to their nationals' low standards of living. Changing patterns in politics is seen a characteristic to the shadow covering in Africa, with the features going to be listed below. First, the restructuring of the terrain of political competition and governance, the emergence of media plagiarism, the influence of social life, the demise of last vestige of colonial rule, and I'll keep on cutting, I don't see clearly at night. The demise of last vestige of colonial rule and institutionalized racism, xenophobic nationals, the vehicle of regional cooperation and integration, to name but a few, corruption and oppression by African leaders, greed and jealousy by African leaders, the combination of staggering wealth and rampant violence coupled with abject poverty in African countries is therefore confident, but rather part of a pattern causing devastation across Africa. Secret deals and bribery seem sophisticated in Africa. Youth with proper IQ but lack of competition, enough intelligence but lack of confidence. Africa from being a clean Africa and prestigious motherland to being a harbor of bad deeds. Thank you.
Thank you, Tabelor. Wonderful poem. I think we have amazing poets, Joseph and others. Yeah. And Tabelor. Yeah, thank you so much. I guess we've exhausted our speakers. If you're a speaker, please, I think we gave everyone opportunity to speak. Okay. I think we're done with speakers. What I'm going to say is like, who is the best, who is not? It's so difficult to judge right now who's the best, who is not. But we will use our time to find, just say like, I congratulate everyone. I've been noting everyone's word, at least everyone's name, you know, speaking and putting out things together. So my comments. One, I saw the level of passion, you know, passion in everyone's, you know, we were not speaking as if we are going for a mass session, you know, when you're a Catholic and you're going for a mass. So that's really good. So you brought life to the speech. And I could see charisma in it, emotions in it. This guy, Samuel, he was so annoyed presenting why Africa. That's good, putting an emotion to it. So incredibly good. And also, one thing that's outstanding, what I discovered is the level of intellect, the flow of information. You guys all gave examples, gave statistics, gave historical facts, gave present, gave solutions, you know. Guy listing example of colonialism and how structural adjustments, things that it can be fixed, you know, giving an example of Botswana, but also the attention grabber. Where is Abel? No, Safara, the guy who is gone. Oh no, he's gone. So giving those quotations, you know, the attention grabber. Yeah, how you end your speech. Now ending a speech is like you put people to death, that people will always remember the speech, you know, you seal it to death. You can give a powerful example, a question, a quote, you know. I saw all this, which was very, 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 very brilliant of you guys doing it. So that's my observation. Yasmin, what's yours? Is Yasmin around? Yasmin, you there?
Yes, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, what's your observation? And
yeah, it was
go
really
ahead.
strong. I mean, it's really hard being a judge at this rate. I don't know. We're going to have trouble choosing who is going to like.
Okay. So, like I said, a powerful speech. What comprises of a powerful speech? One is the power of a story. You know, the power of a story in the speech. The introduction. How do you compel the audience to even still remember speech? The introduction part. The body, the conclusion, you know. So I saw passion in it everywhere. So how are we going to do this? This is not a final that you're winning it. We will have finals. But I'm going to announce Mia and Yasmin who are judging, and Datif, Datif, do you have comments? Or we can give comments when we come back for names.
Yeah, let's just wait when we come back, but it was amazing.
Yes, so I'll ask Datif and Yasmin who are judging. We're going to leave the session a little bit, go back to the main room, and we put out the names, the people who will go to finals, right? And so you guys, I ask you to be very patient. We'll take not more than 5 minutes, 4 minutes precise, and we come back. Do you allow us to give us the chance to do so? So
And I think there are people in the other room, the main room.
Yeah, we have people
Because
in
when
the
I
main
was
room.
because when I was trying to join, I saw people there, like around 4 or 3.
we will
Yeah, they're
chase
having
them away.
difficult
It's so
joining.
simple. We will chase them away.
Okay.
So simple. Yeah.
Okay.
I will chase them away by sending them to their concerned groups. That's so simple. Okay. Okay. Give us 5 minutes. We talk and see judging, because I'm not the one who was judging only, and we make a conclusive remark. Okay. So we go. So Yasmin, the team, leave to the main room, and we come
Very well.
in 3 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Our
Hello.
yeah. So these people will go to the main room.
Yeah, we have few people here. We should send them to the breakout rooms.
Yeah. We'll just send people to. So guys, you join the main room. I mean the room you are in, and so far, Surafi. Yeah. Go back.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Go back to the main group you belong to, room 1, so you can join. And
thank you.
Yes. And Emmanuel, please join the room 1. Okay.
I don't think they understand. I don't think they understand. Do you understand what we are trying to tell you?
Okay.
Emmanuel, can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Let's continue discussing. It's okay. He will go away. So we have 4 people.
Yeah.
5 people. Okay.
It's just the 3 of us now.
Good. So guys, who do you think is the best? We have to be quick.
Okay. So we had
right,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
okay.
6, 7, 8, 9,
So
10,
on my
11.
list, I think the guy who should go, Samuel, the guy from Ghana, tick.
Okay.
Both those Ethiopian guys, Abel and Surfer.
Surafi. Yes. Abel and Surafi.
Yes, Surafi. He should really go. Surafi should go. And
we have
Zuvar.
Wait, sorry, how many people are going to stay?
So I think the only people that I didn't see were really compelling is the guy Hassan, Hassan from the Gambia, who presented first. And
Even Joseph for me.
Joseph,
Yeah, he was a bit like his point was a bit short.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Joseph was too short, didn't carry any meaning.
Yeah.
So Joseph and the last lady, Tebelo, Tebelo, Joseph. But I think others really did an amazing job, and we would give them back to finals and see how they can do. So Abel, except Joseph, Hassan, and there's a guy, William. So the 2 Williams.
Where? Yeah,
both
Williams. No, who do you think was the best?
I think the second William had a good start. He was well dressed and he had clear
Yes.
message.
Yes. So we'll give him a chance to go the second round.
And the first one is going or staying?
No, the other guy wasn't. The guy with the tie didn't match really to the best.
But I think some of them also was reading, like they were reading.
For example,
Mariam, is it Mariam?
Mariam, yes, yeah, Mariam.
Yeah, she
Mariam
was reading everything, and
yeah,
and it's like we are talking about public speaking. You cannot read everything. Like,
yeah,
I think
so
the
I
second
think
goal.
not really good. And let me see. So Mariam, not good, not going. No, she's good, not going, just not going. Tebel, not going. William, the guy with the tie, not going. Hassan, not going. Who else?
Joseph.
Joseph, not going. So, but others,
How,
I think,
how was Elizabeth for you guys?
oh, phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. I think she was phenomenal. Yeah. Do you agree?
I know she was reading, but she had like a good message.
But I think
yeah,
I understand she was
yes.
reading. Yeah.
I
Yes,
think
she
she
was
qualifies
reading,
to
but she
have the
did.
semi-final. Yeah.
Yeah, because she did. Yeah, she did. It was a very good speech. But
Yeah.
even though she was reading, I think next time it have to be like everyone must not read. We have to make it like no reading. Yeah. I
Okay.
think.
So we go. We agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Agree.
How
So
many
we have
people
1,
passed?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Yes, so-
9. We have 9 people in total.
Yes. So we have Miriam out, Joseph out, William out, and one William. One William. Yeah.
So we have Zuva, Abed, Surafet, William the second one, Kaguelo, Elizabeth, Samuel, right?
Samuel. Yeah. Yeah.
I think we also have Danki or something. I'm not quite sure with the pronunciation.
No, Duncan, not. I don't think he was really.
So we never discussed about him.
That's the guy called Hassan. Hassan.
Oh, okay. It's Hassan. So he's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Would be. I'm wondering if we'll give him to be semi-final, but I don't think he was really that. Okay, let's go then.
Let's just go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Let's go. Okay. We're back. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was a tough session for us to get the best. At least, no, not to get the best, to get at least people who qualify to the next round.
Everyone did really good.
Extremely phenomenal, excellent, perfect. All the good words, glorious, bombastic, fantaglorious, every good word you wish to do. However, since I wasn't the only one judging, neither Yasmin nor the team, we agreed on people who move the second round. It's a semi-final, I mean the final. This was just setting a stage. So the final people moving to the next round. Number 1, Abel. So you are moving to the final. Sufar, you're moving to the second. Let me make sure I read people's names well. Zuva, you're moving to the final. Yeah. William Salomon, the guy from Namibia. You're moving to the second, final. Mukwe Bene, you're moving to the final. You too. Elizabeth, you're moving to the final. Samuel, you're moving to the final. And yeah, I think that's it. Everyone, so that's it. This one didn't present. So everyone who presented, we are moving, the final people I have just said, you are moving to the second final. Now, a lot of messages coming in and disorganizing a bit. So everyone I've read, moving to the final, raise the hand. Yes.
Hi, I just want to ask, did you call me out or I don't know? I thought I heard my name, but I'm not sure.
Yes. You are moving to the final.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you are moving to the
final. Okay, cool.
Yes.
I just want to ask what then happens from here?
Yeah, we'll come later. I will come to that later. So I want to appreciate everyone who presented, spare their time to give the best. So congratulations. Because a power of speech, just look at Toastmasters. Do you guys know about Toastmasters? Toastmasters International. You know, you look at the power of speaking, how it can move you from miles to miles to miles. Look at the presidents. Have you ever seen a president who's not a good public speaker? There are those who are reading, but gone are the days. We want to really have the charisma to speak publicly. So this is a great move, and you guys are making strides. So congratulations, everyone. Those who have not made it to the to the final phase, it's not because you are bad. You moved nations, you moved Earth. Everyone was amazing here. However, it's just going to you should watch the finals and put in more words and improve more like coherence of words, as charisma, putting in the charisma. If it means to cry, you can cry or make the audience cry. So it's up to you. So who watched the President Obama's speech in 2008? He was fresh. He was full of hope. The audience used to weep tears, So that's why I can say that the power of speech, how it can move nations. So I'm sure there are so many Republicans who even voted for Obama, because of why? The speech, the convincing tongue, the power. Because a speech, you connect you connect your emotions, your words to people's souls, ideas, and they always remember that. Even if someone is horrible at implementation, when you have the speech, you can move nations. So I want people not to take it just for granted. It's a weekend. This is something actually you can develop into the best of your abilities. And as in your future career, even if you're a doctor, I know doctors have few speeches. Never. So you never know how careers might diverge and go to public service and public life. So I want to say congratulations, everyone who made it to the final stage of the competition. So this is the final, how it's gonna be. It's going to be more hyped now. You guys are going to prepare. There will be no speech. We'll give them in phases, actually, the criteria, but there will be no speech reading. So everyone will, rehearse everything and come to the speech competition. I want to see the ability to speak without any reading, without anything like instructing you. So I would say that thank you very much and congrats to everyone, but more congratulations for those who moved in this final round. I hope you had your names very well. Sulfura, Canguelo, Mukumbeni, Abel, Samuel, some have even moved, Zuvar, William. So you move to the final. So make it go hit, let's make it go hit. Okay. So I enjoyed my time. I don't know what other judges, the comments they have. Please, it's time to give your comments. And you too, if you have more questions after their comments, please go ahead. So Yasmin, who is a timekeeper, the team, do you have your comments to our special?
Yeah. So I just want to say congratulations to everyone who participated, and many congratulations to the finalists. So everyone did really good. It was really amazing. It was really hard for us to actually choose the one who will be qualifying for the next stage. Everyone was right on spot. They had a good time as well. No one actually passed from 4 minutes, so they had a good time as well. They were all well prepared. They were really passionate, and their energy was really high. I just want to say good job, everyone, and thank you so much for preparing so well and taking this so seriously. So as Mr. Enos tried to mention, the next stage is going to be a bit harder. We might even add some criteria to the contest. So make sure to bring it all. You'll be given enough time to prepare since we'll be having the next exchange program in 2 weeks. So it's a lot of time to prepare. So just make sure to bring it all. That's all I'm going to say, and congratulations once again. You're muted, Anna.
Yeah, thank you, Yasmin, for being a good timekeeper. No one cheated time. Next time,
no one cheated time.
Will be penalized.
So I'll be sharing my screen next time so that I don't interrupt anyone.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so I also wanted to say something. Yasmin said it all, but I would love to congratulate everyone. It was just amazing, and it was really hard for us, as she said already. So just one thing I would love to say, maybe they said it before.
Okay.
It's our network, I think.
Yeah. So
sorry.
We'll move ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm back. I think it's because of my video. I can talk like this. So I was just going to give small remark is about when you are doing like a speech, it's always good if you're not reading. Even if we don't see your video, we can see if you're reading, and we can hear if you're reading or not. So it's just an advice. If for the semifinals we don't read, that would be better. Yeah, for everyone who wrote their speech. Thank you.
Thank you, the team. Thank you, everyone. So about the topic.
They're asking if it's topic.
No, well, we need a freshness of topic. We need, I guess we need the freshness of topic. We'll announce the topic like a week earlier, so you have time to prepare. No worries about that. And everyone will have enough time to prepare, enough time to consult, enough time to do research, and rehearse your speech so that you are so confident. Like the speech is flowing in your blood veins, in your mouth, blood veins, and everything. And what your job will be to make us like we feel the speech also moving in our blood veins, All right. So thank you so much, everyone. Good. Congrats to everyone who made it to the final and everyone who made it. Thank you so much. Speaking, research shows that people fear public speaking than they fear death. I don't know how true is that, but people panic a lot in speaking public. And everyone, by the way, let me tell you, everyone gets nervous. It's not everyone, never be lie that someone is too confident that he cannot get nervous. Everyone gets nervous about public speaking. And once you consider yourself a public speaker, you have a way to navigate through that. And yeah, the camera caught you. Yeah.
So you're muted now. So thank God most of you don't hear Amharic. So.
May I hear Amharic? I hear.
Oh, you can't, and what you can't.
All of us can hear Amharic, yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah, Aven. You're always cutting me off guard.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah. So congrats everyone. Have a wonderful weekend for sure. If you want to have time to chat, no problem. You can remain in chat. and say hello to each other, you know, congratulate your friends as you're going. There's no handshake, but it's good.